The iPhone 16e is the cheapest used iPhone that still gets Apple Intelligence. Two used iPhones $24 apart. One gets every Apple Intelligence feature Apple built into iOS 27. The other is locked out of all of it permanently, however many updates it installs. The cheaper phone wins, and almost nobody buying used knows which is which, because Apple's model numbers point the wrong way. If these first few minutes are already making you feel some type of way, do the video a solid. Drop a comment below this video, smash like, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Now let's get back into it. The answer is the iPhone 16e, the phone that replaced the third generation iPhone SE in Apple's lineup, and if that surprises you, it is supposed to. RefurbMe tracked both phones in July 2026. An unlocked 128GB iPhone 16e in good condition started around $341. The iPhone 15 started around $365. Most buyers take the 15 without thinking because 15 is a flagship and the 16e is the cheap one with a letter after it. Here is what that $24 actually buys. The 16e runs the A18 chip with its 16-core neural engine and 8GB of RAM, and that combination is the entry ticket to Apple Intelligence. The iPhone 15 runs the A16 Bionic. Apple Intelligence does not reach the A16, and RefurbMe is blunt about what that means. No software update will change it, so the phone with the bigger number in its name is the one with the older brain. If you would rather buy from Apple directly, MacRumors reported on July 6 that Apple's own refurbished store now lists the 16e from $419. That is Apple's cheapest iPhone of any kind, down from a $599 launch with a new battery and a 1-year warranty. That is the whole answer, and we are 2 minutes in. So let's talk about why this trap exists, and where on the ladder paying more stops, buying you anything at all. Apple announced iOS 27 at WWDC on June 8th, and the headline was genuinely good news. No iPhones were dropped this year. The compatibility list carried straight over from iOS 26, so every iPhone from the 11 onward is still invited, along with the second generation iPhone SE. Craig Federighi said on stage that Apple had found a way to bring it back to the iPhone 11, a phone that launched in 2019. That is a 7th year of major software updates. Every headline reported that. Almost none of them reported what happens after you install it. MacRumors went through the feature list in August and found that iOS 27 splits supported iPhones into 3 separate tiers because the headline additions depend on hardware rather than software. Being on the list gets you the update. It does not get you the update's contents. The bottom tier runs from the iPhone 11 through to the 15 and 15 Plus. Those phones install iOS 27 and receive none of the Apple Intelligence features it was built around. The interface changes, the settings move, the version number goes up, and the thing everyone actually talked about at WWDC is simply not there. Supported has quietly stopped meaning what buyers think it means, and every used listing on every resale site still just says which iOS version it runs. The middle tier starts at the A17 Pro chip. That is the actual hardware cutoff where Apple Intelligence begins, covering the iPhone 15 Pro and everything newer, which sweeps in the whole 16 family, including the 16A and the entire 17 line. These phones get iOS 27 and they get Apple Intelligence. The top tier is 3 phones. MacRumors found that the iPhone 17 Pro, the 17 Pro Max, and the iPhone Air are the only current models supporting every new Siri feature, running Apple's most advanced on-device model. I need to be straight with you about where that leaves the iPhone 16e, because this is the part a channel selling you an affiliate link would skip. It sits in the middle tier, not the top one. BGR reported that it will run many Apple Intelligence features, including the new Siri experience, but that some stay exclusive to iPhones with 12GB of RAM. Customizing the Siri voice is one of them, so the 16e is not the phone that gets everything. It is the cheapest phone that gets the part of everything most people will ever touch. Compare what the rest of that tier costs. Know Your Mobile tracked refurbished pricing in July and put the iPhone 16 from $564 and the 16 Pro from $654. RefurbMe put the 15 Pro between $530 and $710. Every one of them gives you exactly the same Apple Intelligence access as the $341 16e. it is worth pausing on what you are actually buying access to. Apple Intelligence covers writing tools that rewrite and summarize text, image playground for generating pictures, custom emoji through Genmoji, and visual intelligence. On the 16E, visual intelligence runs directly from the action button. You press it, point the camera, and it identifies whatever is in front of you. iOS 27 then layers the new Siri on top of all of it. Here is the strongest argument against everything I have just told you, and it is a good one. The 16E is not a better phone than the iPhone 15. It is a better chipped one, and those are different things. The 16E carries a 48 megapixel main camera, but it has only one rear camera instead of two, so there is no ultra-wide lens at all. It has no MagSafe, so every magnetic accessory you own stops working. It keeps the old notch rather than the dynamic island, and the screen runs at 60 Hz. RefurbMe frames the choice exactly that way. Buy the 16E for newer silicon, buy the 15 for the ultra-wide camera, the dynamic island, and MagSafe. The 16E does win somewhere real, and it is not the chip. Apple rates it at up to 26 hours of video playback, 4 hours more than the standard iPhone 16, because it uses Apple's own C1 modem rather than the Qualcomm modem in every other current iPhone. And if you do not care about Apple Intelligence in the slightest, this whole argument collapses, which is worth saying out loud. Backmarket currently calls the iPhone 13 the best refurbished iPhone to buy in 2026 for most people, and lists it from $215. That phone will never run a single Apple Intelligence feature. It is also $126 cheaper than the 16E, and it still gets iOS 27. If those features are not something you would use, that is the smarter purchase, and it is not close. So the rule is not buy the 16E. The rule is check the chip before you check the number, because the number lies. Look up which processor a used iPhone has, decide honestly whether you will ever open an Apple Intelligence feature, and buy the cheapest phone that clears the bar you set. Prices move weekly, and the refurbished market moves faster than the retail one, so check the live listing on the day you buy, rather than trusting any figure in any video, including this one. If you want more content like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and share this video so you never miss out. Let us know in the comments below. Did you check the chip before you bought your phone? Or are you finding out right now that you are in the bottom tier? And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to see it. Hey, before you go, the previous episode of the Cheap Phone Files series is the 5 levels of cheap phones and where to stop paying, in case you missed it. And the complete binge-worthy Cheap Phone Files playlist has every price tier taken apart waiting for you. Trust me, this is one of those series you will want to watch end to end. The real prices, the hidden costs, the phones that actually last. Go watch them both right now and keep the deep dive going. You know you want to. Thank you for watching.